What's good, everybody? It is Sunday, March 16, 2025, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That means it is time for Film and Box Office News live with the Council of Comics. It's episode 130, and we're doing Jumpin' Jack Flash today. We're back in 30 seconds.
Whoopee!
We sent a car down there, lady. Look who I'm calling lady. We found nothing.
Well, drag the river. There are killers running around the fucking city.
How would you like me to wash your mouth out with a wire brush?
How'd you like if I kick you in the nuts so hard that they get lodged in your nostrils?
My, that's a vivid image, isn't it?
Brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the world's greatest comic book channel with the world's greatest comic book shows for the world's greatest comic book people trying to win the world's greatest comic book giveaway. Welcome to the Council of Comics. And as always, the loyal council, Phil, C. Bizzle, Green Shirt Guy, and our beloved Clifford. Oh, Clifford, how we love you so. And if anyone should ever bring harm to Clifford in any way, I feel sorry for that soul. And how are you today?
I gave myself a cold.
I'm a little tired myself. I've been cooking all early afternoon for the family, so I'm a little tired. I made some quarter leg of chicken, some Cornish hens, baked beans, rice,
Oh, you
corn.
go in.
Oh yeah, I have to. I love my family. I like cooking for them.
Nice. I like to cook. I really do like to cook. My mom taught me some dishes, so.
Do we have to ask Kamaria if you really know how to cook, or?
Go ahead. She in the chat. I see her. Hey, she'll let you know. She'll let you know I'll be stirring up the pots. All right, so Film and Box Office News, episode 130, my friends. We are in the We are in the month of March, and we got our monthly giveaway going on. We want to give you guys a chance to win some ducks. So first hashtag of the night, it's hashtag Novocaine. Put it as a banner at the bottom. Put that into the comment section, and we'll spin for that in a little bit. All right, we're just going to jump right into it. Phil, will you bring up the horrendous box office for this week? Oh my goodness, it's horrendous. The last 3 weeks has been horrible for the box office.
Do you have to take it off and put it back on still? Or?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what, yeah, you got to take it off and then you got to add yours. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're still figuring that here at the Council of Comics.
I had mine.
Oh, well, why isn't it switching?
We lost Green Shirt Guy.
There it is. And we lost Green Shirt Guy. There he is.
Yeah, I wouldn't add it. Like, I was ready. Okay, so just so
Got
you
you,
know,
guy.
the box
Here.
office only went down like 3 million from last week to this week.
Look at those
So,
last
it's
3
only
weeks,
had-
man. That's crazy.
Yeah, the last 3 weeks have not. The box office hasn't cracked 50 million though. So we went
We lost
45,
million.
48. We're back to 45 with our number one movie of the week, Novocaine, grossing $8,700,000.
Ooh, a big old 8 million.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Follow number two, Mickey 17, 7,510,000. Black Bag came in at number 3 with 7,500,000. Number 4, Captain America, Brave New World.
Where's it at?
Another. So want to see where it's at? Worldwide,
388.
388.
Oh my goodness.
So I think
Come
it's gonna
on.
crack
It's
that
gotta-
400.
Gotta
but
hit 4.
It's gonna get full.
Got
It's
it.
gonna be a couple weeks. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna stroll like kind of like stall its way to 4, like be in neutral gear to get there. Captain America brought in 5,479,000. Number 5, The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, brought in 3,170,000. Last Supper brought in 2,825,000. Paddington in Peru brought in 2,775,000. Dogman comes in at number 8 with 2,500,000. Monkey number 9, 2,465,000. And Last Breath number 10, 2,300,000. Mufasa, Lion King, comes in at 11, bringing in another 1,193,000. Opus 12, $1,013,273. Adora 13, 640,000. Rule
That was
Breakers.
gonna drop.
Yeah, you know, it had its nice little run because of Oscar.
Yeah.
But I think it's out streaming somewhere by now. Like Rule Breakers, $433,503. And Night of the Zoopocalypse brought in $357,963. That's like the box office for the top 15. Very, very sad. Number 31 this week at the box office, Brothers After War, was in all of 7 theaters, and it made $1,270. And Brothers After War, Jake Reedmacher reunites with his brothers and fellow soldiers from his Iraq embedded, revealing a unique perspective on war's impact and the transition from active warriors to veterans.
Okay.
Like a PTSD movie.
PTSD movie, yeah, right?
That's what it sounds like. So that is the box office, and yeah, I think next week, you know, maybe we'll see what the jump Snow White could bring the box office.
Oh yeah, that is coming out next week, huh?
Yeah, we'll see if it can pump some life into it. What's gonna?
Well, since this
hold
box
your breath.
office is so horrible, let's see what comes out next week. Snow White comes out next week. The Alto Nights with Robert De Niro comes out next week. Bob Trevino Likes It comes out. That's the John Leguizamo movie. Magazine Dreams comes out next week. And there's some hot rumors that they're just rumors, but that Jonathan Majors is back as Kang for the beginning of
I can see that.
Doomsday. So,
I can see that. Bring him back just to kill him off.
yeah, I'm sure they'll give him a dope scene though. It won't be just
Yeah.
instant kill. It'll go down pretty well. Locked comes out, Ash comes out, Being Maria. What is this?
Oh, they finally
Peacock.
released it.
Peacock. Okay, yeah, that's
Okay.
TV stuff.
Oh,
That's
that's the
TV.
streamings.
Yeah, that's TV
Okay.
stuff. But nothing really big at the box office this week.
No.
Nah, it's pretty dead. Sorry we didn't give you much exciting news on the film stuff, but
But
not a lot of good movies.
I would say since there's not a lot of movies coming out, Snow White is gonna be number 1 by default.
I think Snow White's
Exactly.
going to be
It's still
number
not gonna
1
do
by
well.
default. But
Yes.
all right, so what do we think it's going to make? Like, what's your ideas on what's Snow White? I mean, this movie has been like,
27.
Yeah.
what is it, like 47?
What
27.
27?
If that.
I'll go a little bit higher and say 28.
I'm gonna go 38. I'm gonna go 38 because it's really getting the backlash is starting to heat up now. So
I think this movie has been like overly bashed for like a year. Well, no, I mean, maybe it deserves some of it, but it's been like
Well,
it's been like
I mean, it had a lot of things about it. When it
punching
had-
bag of like
it
the
They couldn't use I don't know what the right terminology is for
Little
people of
people?
that little. Is that the right terminology? Litlittle people.
Little people, big world. Here's my
Yeah.
thing with that.
I gotta
And
go
just,
stop
this
using
is,
other words.
I know I'm gonna split the room with this. Can we just move on with that? Because it's not like they were picking little people way back when. We were okay with dwarves in The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings because they're dwarves. They're not short people. They're dwarves. They're mythical creatures. Can't they be mythical creatures in this?
And
Make a
they're
good
called
point.
dwarfs in the original story.
Yeah,
Yes.
Snow Knight and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like,
She lives in the forest and sings the animals.
you know, honestly,
And we're worried
I
about them
do
having a bunch of
remember what
short people in the
happened.
movie?
I do remember what happened when they were starting to make it. I think Peter Dinklage came out and said that he didn't like the idea of it, and once he said that, it was it. The internet went wild. They switched it all up. They moved it to animation, 3D animation for the dwarves. So that's when it started. So this movie never really had a chance.
Well, and the main actresses said some
She said some things too.
dumb
Yeah.
things in public.
Did they at least have
Both
more
of them
people
kind of.
for the mocap?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. But think about it. You won't put him on the screen, but you use him as mocap.
A job is a job.
I agree.
Yeah.
But you know,
Not-
we're gonna
not-
see,
not-
man.
It's hard.
It's also like another like lifeless remake from an animated
Thank
thing.
you.
Like that's really, I think, like another big problem is like these like Disney remakes from like their animation, they come
Yeah.
off a little bit like lifeless, and
Yeah.
you know, it's
It's
like
had a Disney magic on them.
Yeah.
yeah, they did. It's almost they feel a little bit corporate as opposed to like the animation usually is jumping off at the screen at you on some of these.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not going to capture that in live action.
And the music was great back then.
Yes.
I mean, but it's
Iconic
like
music.
you're repeating the story as well.
Yeah, you're
People
just
know
making a
people know the
repeat.
story already. You know.
That's
And when
what-
you're selling us like now, you're selling us like an inferior product for something we have like probably a couple copies of and bought like a couple copies of in our time on physical.
they're trying to get a new audience and people to have the nostalgia. That's why they,
The problem is that people have nostalgia like the old one. They don't need to see that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think nostalgia should die when Secret Wars comes out. After Secret Wars, let the nostalgia die, please. And I hope they make reference to it in Secret Wars. Like, this is too much. You know?
Yeah.
Well, that's Hollywood. We shouldn't expect any less from Hollywood. Hollywood's trying to make money off of stuff.
They already
Yeah.
talking about they
I'll
redoing
tell you what I
movies.
watched this weekend that didn't make any money. That I can see why it didn't make any money.
What?
Craven.
Oh, you watch Craven?
I watched Craven. I've
Alright.
been sick all weekend, so I've been laying on the couch watching movies. It's not the worst movie ever. It's not Craven. That's the problem. If you want to call it Hunter goes after guys I don't like,
I never
nothing to do with
said
the
it's Craven.
it has nothing to do with the character in the comics whatsoever.
Mm.
No.
But
and
they
there's no
market it like it
tie-in
did.
whatsoever with Spider-Man, so I don't know how you can use him later.
Yeah.
What'd you say about Spider-Man?
There's no tie-in whatsoever with Spider-Man at
Yeah.
all.
As
Oh,
usual.
The whole thing.
As usual, yeah.
Well, that's how it is with Sony. Like, Craven wasn't the real Craven from the comic books. Morpheus was not the same. Venom is not the same. It's like they're trying to make their own version of these villains, and it's not working.
They're so stupid because the one thing they could have done, the one thing they easily could have done was just make Venom your Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could
You
have
know?
done
And then you could have had Venom fighting all these dudes.
Yeah.
Mm. Man, we feel we sound so like defeated with all this stuff. Like, we were so excited for it.
that. And tell
And
me,
then-
because you've seen it,
2008. 2008, baby. If I could go back to 2008.
you saw it, Cliff, right?
Of course I did.
So the scene at the end where he puts the lion jacket on is so why at that point.
You know what? Listen.
Like it's
listen.
a nice
It-
visual for because it was. In
It's
the
a
comics, but
wonderful
other than that-
visual. I've told you repeatedly, I will watch the man take a garbage
I'm aware,
can,
but what
shirtless
I'm
for 2
saying,
hours.
as far as story goes,
As
it
far as
makes
story made
zero
no
sense.
sense. And then when he sits on the throne, I was like, oh, that's just so, like it was just the
It
Easter
looks
egg.
cool.
Yeah, it looked cool, and that was it. There was nothing else going on. But you know what? I was like, I love this man.
And then my other thing is, so I don't care if I ruin it for you. This movie's been out for a while, and it's not that great. So watch it if you want to. So the Rhino in it, his whole thing is he's been taking this. He went to see a guy to make himself stronger, and it does. It turns his skin hard and turns into this rhino, which I don't understand why he grows a horn. I'll move on because it's a comic movie, whatever. But then it's because he's been taking these drugs to make him look human again. But then he takes it off. But then when he's fighting Craven at one point and he's dying, it goes away. Like, I don't. It made no sense.
That last sentence of yours is the Sony Spider-Man universe in a nutshell, my friend.
Well, it's dead now, so yeah, no worries anymore.
Are they dead? Is anything ever truly dead?
Who knows?
That's what they claim.
I did like the fights. I thought
I thought his fighting style was dope. Don't get me wrong.
The fights were great because Madam Web had 0 fights. It was like Madam Web kept teasing you that there would be action and never delivering.
Okay.
Craven was like, you know what? We could do one thing right. And it was just pow, 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 pow. And I love that. Oh. Sorry, give me a
I wish the coordinator for Craven did the fight scenes for Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Iron Fist. I mean, Iron Fist season 2 is pretty good. I enjoyed it. You didn't like season 2, C-Vizzle?
Don't get me started.
Oh no, I thought season 2 was pretty good.
They course corrected a lot.
Yeah, I thought they course corrected
I know,
pretty well.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it. I haven't watched it in since it came out, so I'm gonna have to rewatch it. So.
All right, first hashtag of the night, Novocaine. You got 10 seconds to put it into the comment section. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, draw. Round and round it goes. Where it lands, no one knows, but whoever it is will be entered into the March monthly giveaway. Who's it gonna be? Wayne Deacon. That's a new name right there. Wayne Deacon. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, Wayne Deacon. That is the only requirement for winning the monthly giveaway. Be subscribed to the Count Comics channel. But you're in there, Wayne. Next hashtag is B flat. B flat. That's down in the comment. Down as a banner at the bottom. I'm just gonna do a couple announcements. Cliff, we'll do your announcements later in the show. All right, so Sunday night lineup. This is the whole Sunday. It goes on all Sunday. This morning we started at 9:30 a.m. With Sunday Comic Book Hangover Show with All Yeah Comics. 10:45 was Comic Book Church. 4:30 the Monday Mail Call Show. It's episode number 53. There we are at 5 p.m. At 6 o'clock after us is a Sunday Super Show Extravaganza with Heroes for Hire Comic Club. Make sure you tune in to them. 7 p.m. we'll be kicking it with K-pop. Danger Boys is the subject. Oh no, what happened there? What are you doing? Go back. Who's John from Brooklyn? I don't know you. I don't know you, John from Brooklyn.
It's JSS Brooklyn, man. That's what it is.
Oh, is that JSS Brooklyn? Look at you looking pretty cool up there. Look at you. Wait, is that Joe Biden?
No. That's what it is.
I'm joking.
No, but you mean Joe Byron?
Joe Byron. Fanboys Live and special guest Joel the Geek is at 8:15. Little fit and running, I guess, simultaneously. Legion of Comics at week's end at 8:30. And at 9 p.m., Black Crown Comics Weekly Comic Wrap Up. They're in episode number 84. So make sure you tune into them. Young at Heart Foundation is a great organization run by our good friend Mike out in California. They do great things for kids awaiting medical procedures. 2 ways you can help. Go to youngatheartfoundation.com. Click this green button to register to become a donor for Donate at Life America, because 100,000 people are waiting for more than 100,000 people are waiting for a life-saving transplant, and you can help by registering to be an organ donor today. Second way to help is to sponsor a Hope Kit, 100% tax deductible. They'll take all the funds together, create these great gift boxes for the kids. If you have another way you want to help Mike, give him a call at 323-396-9998 or email him at info@youngatheartfoundation.com and tell him the council sent you. Alternative S, this is our home away from home, located in Hyde Park, New York, 870 Violet Avenue, Hyde Park, New York. It's owned by our good friend Anthony, who is also part of the Council of Comics. Anthony has a special for you guys out there trying to get your comic books weekly. You don't have a shop near you, you just find it difficult to get your books every week. Give Anthony a call. I'll give the information in a minute. He will bag and board your pull list at no extra cost, ship it out to you, and take 10% off the order. If that's something you're interested in, give him a call at 845-233-4234 or email him at alternaverse2@aol.com. The website is alternaverse.net. Comics, cars, toys, biggest selection of comics in the Hudson Valley, and they have card tournaments on the weekend, Lorcana, Pokemon, Magic, and so forth. If you're interested, give Anthony a call and he will hook you up with all that information. All right, let's start off this with a banger. Invincible. Oh my goodness, Invincible.
So good.
What? Oh my goodness.
Sorry. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing right now that I watch.
Hey, got an 8.7 out of 10.
Yeah.
That finale, man. All I'm thinking is like, okay, how do you top this?
Oh, trust me, there's plenty more stuff waiting in the comics.
But season 3, right? Season 3 ended this week. Conquest showed up, voiced by Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yep. AKA Negan.
AKA Negan, and of course Invincible is voiced by Stephen Yeun, AKA Glenn. So that made for a nice little Easter egg. Thank you, appreciate that. So what basically happens is that the professor, what's his name? Strom, something like that.
Anstrom
Levy, who's voiced wonderfully by Wayne Brady, by the way. He's gathered Invincibles from different dimensions, different universes that are bad Invincibles, and he just unleashes them on the earth, and they just go destroying everything. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Every time you say Wayne Brady, I keep thinking about that Chappelle sketch.
Wayne Brady.
Nicest guy ever.
Wayne Brady is very talented.
He is,
and he really is one of the nicest people ever.
Super talented.
That's what I heard.
But this season was great. It kind of like, it was kind of like Invincible's like Spider-Man black suit run, even though the suit really didn't have nothing to do with it. It was just a color that reflected his tone. He's a little bit darker this season, going through a little bit more stuff. He's butting super heads with the GDB. Right, GDB, is that what it's called? Or GDP? Yeah. Something like that. The government organization. But it all led up to this big fight, the Invincible War, and Conquest versus Invincible people were just dying left and right. Like he basically just grabs Invincible and just starts flying with him, and they're just like chopping people down. He's like, this is fun. It was pretty good. Then Adam Eve, she took a hard one. Oh my goodness. But she leveled up from it to help out. But this just left the whole world. A lot of heroes died. And it ends just basically with Invincible saying, next time somebody threatens my family, I will kill them.
Have question for everybody. Have any of y'all collected the books?
No.
I didn't even.
Oh, I have a good chunk of them, but not the older ones. And but I do have the early omnibuses signed by Kirkman because I stood in line the day of the premiere of season 2 of Walking Dead at New York Comic Con, and I was in line for like 4 hours.
Lord.
With my stuff and my friend's stuff, and the show was already shutting down. They were trying to tell everybody to leave, and he was like, "I'm staying. Be cool. I'm gonna finish this line." And I got my 90 seconds with him, and it was lovely. And I remember that night watching Talking Dead, and he appeared via satellite because he never left New York to join the show because he stayed behind to meet with everybody who stood in line for him. So that was, yeah, I was gonna say, like, no, whatever we can say about him or whatever, I'm totally going. That's such a special memory, so nice that I like it's.
I met him once at New York Comic Con too. I was in the Artist Alley putting books back in my backpack because I had a backpack with books to get signed. I was putting them away, and I turned around and he was like right there. I'm like, oh, holy crap. He goes, say hi.
Right?
He was just like walking through. I'm like, I went up and say hi. I'm like, hey, you mind getting a picture? He's like, absolutely not. You're super nice.
Yeah.
Conquest was badass, rad art and comics. He was pretty rad. Dan's hobby's really enjoying it. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is freaking awesome, of course. They're creating a new storyline with the demons, which is cool because I haven't read the comics, so I don't know.
Right,
so
that definitely was
That's not in the
comics.
That's not in the comics?
Yeah, I was very surprised. And I'm like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
You know,
This is something brand new for the show.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised because that's how Robert Kirkman was with the Walking Dead. He changed some things up for the book because he wanted people to enjoy the book and the show separately.
The book was comparing total runs of Walking Dead show and Walking Dead book. The book is far superior and different.
Yes. Yes.
I like them both for different reasons.
Yeah.
Like the show toward the end started to drag to me a little bit.
No, right. The show really started wobbling in its final years. Like
So did the book over the last like 20 issues.
Maybe, but at least the movie, not the movie, the comic stuck up.
Kind of when he loses his arm, that's when the book kind of started to take it a little bit, not a dive, but it was harder for because you have to write.
It was harder for him to write because he was like, this is a great idea. We're gonna lose his arm, and then he's like, oh my god, I can't write Rick alone like ever. Like, because he always is going to need somebody to like help him button his shirt or whatever. So like it just
and then if you notice in the show, he did it to a lesser character.
Yes, exactly. You know.
Yeah, but there's people that live alone with one hand that
not
do
in a
things.
zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, not in a zombie, right. That was the point. Kirk was like, oh yeah, and then he's like, oh no, what did I do? And I thought that was really funny because it's true. Zombie apocalypse that made it tougher.
But I like that kind of story writing because it does put you in a harder place to write and makes you write better stories.
It'll make a good D&D game, by the way.
All right, next up, The Daredevil. Episode number 3 came out.
So good.
Still very good.
Are we okay with not seeing Daredevil so much?
Yep.
Yeah, because it's all set up for later.
You know what? We joked about it like like last time, and then they did it again. So this is like we're 3 episodes in. You know, like that was the first time I was like, yeah, you know, because I'm sure he'll be in the next episode.
Well,
and Daredevil wasn't in the next episode.
Yeah, anyone who's read the comic knows there's plenty of courtroom drama in.
Yeah, there's plenty of issues where you don't even see him in the suit.
Yeah. Yep. In fact, one of my favorite Marvel team ups is maybe Marvel 2-in-1. It's the Thing and Matt Murdock because the Thing needs Matt Murdock. He doesn't need Daredevil. I always thought that was clever.
You got like the Thing in the episode, so I don't know. We're kind of like 3 episodes into Daredevil, which is now like 3 hours of content. And we've got 5 minutes of actual Daredevil.
Phil, will you be upset if he's not in the next episode?
If he's not in the next episode, like the alarm bells are gonna go off. Yeah, I would be like, yo, what are we doing?
I'll be fine.
Don't be surprised when you don't see him in the next episode.
Yeah,
I would be like, Kevin Feige, what are you doing?
But wait. I'm trying to understand this, like, because I want to see Daredevil. And I understand the story, you know, you're trying to have a good story. One episode okay, 2 episode okay. 3 episodes in a row without showing the main title character.
They is showing the main title character.
No, you know what I mean. I'm talking about in suit.
You gotta
suited up
understand
doing action.
You're showing a guy who stepped away from being Daredevil because he killed someone. He broke his own code. So now he's
I know they wrote that.
So
you gotta figure out. Well, you could do flashbacks of a fight or something.
He's not gonna just jump back in. He's got to have a valid, strong reason, and they haven't presented one yet.
Oh no!
Read the comic. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but this is not the comic. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the TV show. This isn't the comic.
That's how the Netflix show was. It took him a long time to be in that suit.
He was not in that suit, but he was dressing up in the other suits doing work.
He was Daredevil. Like the show wasn't called Matt Murdock. You know?
Well, you can't have Daredevil without Matt Murdock. That's right.
Oh, let's put Cliff, because Cliff's the one that hasn't chirped in yet. There's 2 for, 2 against. Cliff, what do you think?
I wish I'm perfectly okay with where we're at, but I wish there was more Daredevil.
Yeah.
So it's 2.5, 2.5.
Yeah. Use a little more. I mean, was it 9 episodes? So next episode will be almost at halfway point.
Yeah. Then like, you know, next episode there's no Daredevil. Like we're like it's almost halfway through the show now. You know, and I got a feeling like we're gonna get Daredevil for maybe 5 minutes at the end of the episode, where like you just see him putting on the mask. Or
well, what you call it? Punisher showing up next episode. So
okay,
I do like how throughout every time the Punisher Easter egg has happened, it was first a small little thing, then it was the big neck thing that was growing, and then at the end, the big full symbol on the chest to let you know Punisher's coming. So yeah, it's just building suspense. Yep.
Just let you know that wasn't Punisher at the end.
That was the Punisher. That was really the Punisher at the beginning.
No, that's not the Punisher.
No, that's not.
That's not the Punisher. Notice how it's labeled legal drama and legal thriller.
Yeah.
Which is what Daredevil kind of is.
Yeah. In the Netflix show, they took away the costume for a while too. Yeah, said that. He agrees with me. Very nice. Well said, Clifford from JSS. And I think it's epic story building. Everything happens is turning back to being Daredevil again. And I think White Tiger being murdered, spoiler alert, is going to help push him over the edge. That's one. Okay, that was one thing I want to talk about. Bro, can I get an amen of were we not going to get anything of White Tiger?
My theory is that we will get the niece.
Yeah, but didn't you want to see this White Tiger in action a little bit?
Yeah, but he also died, dude, and they probably had to like.
No, he died after they finished it.
Right, yeah. But maybe they decided
keep something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they decided to make this change because they weren't going to be able to continue to use him.
Yeah.
And again, it opens that door to use his niece's White Tiger character, and then her arc will be her revenge. You know?
That would be pretty good.
And then we're gonna try to stop her.
Of course, because that's what happens.
Yep, just like it did with the Punisher.
Yep. I'm just happy we got more DD. No complaints. Listen, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I'm glad. I'm in for the ride for Daredevil. The guy at that costume looks a whack. It could have been better. It could have been better.
Would it be better like it was like more form fitting instead of so loose?
Yeah, could have been better. Maybe if we would have saw some action, we would have thought a little different about it. All right, that's that.
You see, there's a release date for season 2 of Last of Us.
What day is it coming out?
April 13th.
Oh, that's not far away.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good. B flat, ladies and gentlemen. Put that into the comments section. I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 12, 13, 14. But 10, 12, 11. What the hell's going on here? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Cliff, be ready with the rest of those announcements after this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and draw. Round and round it goes. Where it lands, no one knows, especially no one on the council. But whoever wins is gonna get entered into the monthly giveaway. Who's it gonna be? Space Case Collectibles.
I knew you had it in you.
There you go, Space Case Collectibles. You're in there like swimwear. Let me see here. Green shirt guy. Let me get a hashtag from you.
Hashtag chocolate whizway.
Chocolate what?
Whizway.
Whiz, how you spelling whizway?
WHIZZ.
Whizway. All right. Is this from the movie?
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate Whizway. Okay. Let me put that into a banner. And Cliff, whenever you're ready, you can do the rest of those announcements.
Sure. Let's start with 22 Comics. Wait,
We're still learning the new ways. Good down, Whoopi. Get down.
There we go. 22 Comics. He goes live Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, and he offers you an alternative to the cover price top 10. Also, he's got a lovely interview series called Collecting Uncensored, in which he's had many wonderful guests on. So please go check 22 out and send him some love. And while we're spreading the love, let's go spread some love to K-pop. K-pop's channel is so effectively dedicated to promoting artists, writers, their Kickstarters, and more. She's got something tonight at 7 p.m., as we said earlier, with Danger Boy and the Antagonist. So go check that out this evening at 7. And while you're checking people out, go check out Black Crown at 9 p.m. Eastern. Tonight, his guest is love for comics. I heard there might even be another giveaway. They cover final order cutoff, market reports, hot topics, and more. It's a great weekly show and a lovely way to end your Sunday evening lineup. Also, shout out to Magic Lasso, but I forgot to bring up his channel, but go check him out at 8:15 if you can, if you're not doing Legion. All right, back to our friends. If you've had a long week of styling and profiling, then it's time for couching and slouching with C-Bizzle. C-Bizzle, take it away.
Hey guys, as you guys can see, I am super close to hitting the 500 subscribers. I want to thank all the 486 people that subscribe to my channel. I also like to thank everybody that's been commenting and liking my videos. Every Monday I drop 3 books I'm most hype about for a new comic book day. That will be dropping tomorrow. And also I got a special unboxing tomorrow, some giveaways and some books that my good friend Grisha guy sent to me, and some awesome stuff, extra stuff that he put in the box. So I should check that out. It will be dropping tomorrow. Also, while you're there, make sure you check out the Console Comics. We have awesome shows on Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays, and alternated Thursdays. We're filling the blanks with me and Green Shirt Guy. We have so much fun. This coming up Thursday on March 20th, we will be doing Ultimate Wolverine. And the next 3 shows going to be the Ultimate line. So come check us out. We have so much fun with that. With crazy questions, audience participation. So we're glad to have y'all there on March 20th, which is this Thursday. And also, while you're there, make sure you go to Cliff on Comics. Make sure you like and subscribe to his channel. When you watch any of his videos, put a nice comment and say, "Hey, Cliff, you're an amazing human being," which you are. So go ahead and do that for us. And then y'all guys have a great day.
That was really lovely of you. I appreciate it. Please make sure you go over and send your love to Speed Vizzle. C Vizzle, B Vizzle, what?
I know I had that effect on man.
And let's get him to 500 subscribers. He's so close. All right. Our home on the interwebs, the Council of Comics, where you can see our live streams as you are doing right now. And you can check out our videos with all sorts of comic shop talk, keys of the week, comic book conversations, comic shop conversations, because sometimes we're talking about Marvel freaking Rivals, or we're talking about Invincible, or we're talking about, you know, how ugly our shirts are. You don't know what Sam is catching with his B-roll. You don't know. We could be having a fight over who makes better Puerto Rican beans. It's all there for you in a comic shop.
Or we're comparing thumbnails.
Oh, Jesus. You know,
Yeah.
I've had a long weekend. But yes, please like, subscribe, go give us some love over on the Council of Comics. And last and certainly not least, it's me, Cliff on Comics, home to what some of you may be confused about, Comics and Coffee with Cliff, as well as Comics and Cocktails, Comics and Company, because not everybody drinks. I just decided Comics and Company and Comics and Cocktails is one show. Let's just do that. But anyhow, go check that out. Also, I've got membership videos like collecting my mini grails for 2025 and all that other fun stuff. So, and of course, we're live on all of our channels on Sundays. And that's about it. We appreciate all the love from everybody. So please make sure you're liking, subscribing, and leaving comments. Thank you, folks.
Woo. Thank you, Clifford. All right. Your homework for this week was the beginning of a new trilogy of directors for 2025 from Sir Cliff. First movie up is Jumpin' Jack Flash, and the director is Penny Marshall. Penny Marshall.
And do you know how she became the director of this film?
How?
Howard Zeif left the project, and they bumped her up to director. And this became her first movie.
Is that why she brought all her friends along?
Literally. I mean, I'm not
like every other scene, I'm like, oh, they're in this. Oh, they're in this.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure that it was one of those things where like she needed to like, you know, she needed to do damage control, and that's why there's all these Penny Marshall buddies in there. I think that's what it was. It was like, yo, we need a director.
That makes sense.
And you come do this for scale, you're only gonna do one scene.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but like the thing is like, you know, when you are a beloved personality, and she very much was, you know, people are happy to do it for you.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
And you could just bang it out in an afternoon probably. So it's funny you brought that up because I did think about that after I found out that she wasn't even, it wasn't even like planned for her to do this movie. It was like, all right, we need somebody. You're up. This is it. Go. You're kids. So
I mean, not that this movie needed to be a big sweeping epic,
right.
But you can tell. Maybe now knowing that, maybe it makes a little more sense. There's very few set pieces. It takes place in about 3 places, so maybe they had to scale it back after they cut him. And
exactly, because I think but the thing is, like, she clearly did a great job. I think they did a great job. Now, Penny Marshall had a little bit of pressure because this would be Whoopi's very next movie after The Color Purple.
Yes.
And so like this movie had to work, right?
Yeah.
And so there was and again, this is all just stuff I've read about the movie without deep context. So I imagine that, but it looks like everything I've seen, it looks like everyone had a really great time and they just got in there and they're like, we're doing it, you know? And you know, it's funny how you said there's so few set pieces, but yet, like I love the bank, you know?
yeah.
The bank reminded me of like going to the bank with my grandmother when I was a little boy, you know, in the city. It's just so funny.
So Jumpin' Jack Flash, an American computer whiz who works at a New York bank, is suddenly thrust into the world of international espionage after she inadvertently receives a coded message from a British spy.
Okay, Richard Guy, does that fit the movie? This is gonna be your segment from now on. Every time we
I
read
would
this,
say it's pretty close.
pretty close. Okay.
I would say what I would say though. I mean, maybe I'll save it for later. I'll save it for later.
No, you gotta save nothing for later. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I would say is watching this movie. Well, two things. Well, the big thing is watching this movie, and I've never been a huge computer guy, but even watching this movie, I'm like, anybody that knew computers back in the 80s knew that that's not how that worked. It's fine. I'll let it go for a movie. So not believable though, and they never explain why. If he's in Russia or wherever he's supposed to be, why he contacted a bank in New York City, just a random bank in New York City.
I think because it was back in the days of only dial-up. I think he was trying to reach out and connect, and he connected to this number and got her, on that connection that she uses to communicate with clients.
Right.
Also remember the computer. The computer was receiving messages from Russia, signals from Russia. Remember that?
Yeah,
So,
that was.
I mean, that's a really
that wasn't like that. That was not a real thing.
No, that's not a real thing. But that's their connection of why his transmission went to her computer.
But you know what's really funny is that can be a real thing now.
Yeah.
Why is my machine getting pinged so hard? What's going on? It's like Russia. Like that could actually happen. But back then. Not quite. I think if I were going to dial this back more to real life for back then, it would be phone numbers from Russia trying to connect. That would make more sense until it connected. Maybe.
I mean, if you see the movie War Games, and obviously War Games is a fantasy movie, whatever.
Yes.
But the logic makes a lot more sense.
It is classic.
He's actually trying to dial into something specific, doesn't realize he dialed into the wrong thing. Thinks it's,
Do you want to play a game?
And we get our first taste of AI, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Our first taste of AOL Messenger.
Yes.
You know what in this movie was annoying was every time that she would type. And I'd be like, you are not typing all. I know how to type. You said like 3 words and you typed about 1 million letters. 3 words.
Well, or she would say way more than she was typing anyway.
Yeah.
Well, they always made the typing back in these movies, and even a little bit today, but especially back then, all that typing sound to intensify the drama. They had a very their original communication was very playful, and now it became very serious. Yes. And then she's just like, "Oh shit, what's actually happening here?" And
that's why before we started the show, that's why me, Phil, and Sam was talking about. I want to get a new keyboard so I can hear that click clacking when I be typing. That's why.
Yeah, and a mechanical keyboard is good because you're using like the WASD keys for like movement in your first-person shooters, and if you push like the W down a little bit, they'll walk instead of run. So it's like
oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a good keyboard to have for gaming.
What are some of our favorite moments from this movie?
Chocolate Whizway. When she's talking to the boss about whatever, he says something or other, and she goes, "You better back up, and I'm going to take this and shove it up your chocolate Whizway."
I actually like.
She's been cursing the whole movie.
Very early on, where she's trying to figure out the lyrics to "Jumping Jack Flash," and it's like a song everybody has heard like a zillion times.
Right.
I thought, and plus he's like playing it on a cassette tape and stuff. I was like, all right, this is probably pretty funny. She's like rewinding it all the time, just to like, what are you saying, man?
her getting stuck in the glass door at the embassy.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the thing that made me laugh too. She's like, "Well, I can't just go into the embassy." I'm like, "You can go in.
Yeah.
They don't just won't let you walk around, but you can certainly walk into the embassy." Yeah. And remember when the cops arrest her later? So the way international law works is the land that embassy on is English sovereign land. So the cops wouldn't just walk in. They have to be invited in to come get her.
Yes. Because it's out of their jurisdiction to just randomly walk into one of those.
How about the lip syncing scene at the Queen's Ball?
Oh my god, I love
Yeah.
that. I
Oh,
love
yeah,
that.
but none of her lip syncing matches.
No.
No.
It's so off.
I like how she had the tape player like part of the suit, part of the
Yeah,
dress.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope. Her getting into that room though was a little shaky.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, this movie's so old. We have to use more suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the one you had a problem with, not her being dragged down the street in a telephone booth.
Telephone.
And nobody calling the cops on that.
Oh, how about the
Well,
dudes coming up to
1986.
clean the windows? The dude's cleaning the windows of the phone, of the
Right.
phone booth. Like what?
I
What are
was
you
gonna say,
doing?
Richard, let's be clear. There are worse things that have happened in public, and no one told
I
the police.
don't disagree. However, this is like Midtown Manhattan. This is happening. It's not like
And also, no one had a cell phone then. And then if they did see it, they're like, "Oh, do you have a quarter? Do we even care?" Like that's how it would have been. They would have just gone right back. Dude, one time I busted my ass. I busted my ass in the Heights. I dropped comic books all over the floor in a pool of chocolate milk. No, not only did not one person offer
Heartbreak.
to help me, not one
Heartbreak.
person offered to help me. This old man sitting on a stoop across the street was laughing his ass off at me. So
I'm still heartbroken about the chocolate milk getting on the comic books.
Yeah, that's
you're
heartbreaking.
but
That's
is
heartbreaking.
she supposed to be like poor or like kind of mid-level, needs more money?
no, she actually so basically she's a realistic New Yorker. They gave her a real apartment for
I'm just
somebody
saying,
with
'cause
a
that apartment's
salary.
pretty big.
Yeah, well, no, but like, well, she does work for a fancy bank.
Okay.
You know, so like that's it.
Yeah.
That's as far as we can go. She's
rent,
a tech nerd.
rent wasn't as high as it is today.
Well,
No, but it
rent,
was
rent
no,
control.
I mean,
yeah.
it wasn't a big difference from when her apartment was and when they trashed it. Let's put it that way. I was like,
Well, and
it's
then
not much
I
of
was
a
cleaning it
difference.
How about when the lady Sarah shows up right here? I was cleaning it up, and you see behind you like, you didn't clean that all up right now. No way.
I do like how she's kind of like smitten for Jack, even though she's never met him before.
Let me,
Yeah,
let me
I
get
mean-
to that. I'll get to that. in a minute.
It's a little smitten for him. What else?
I love that it's an 80s movie, but some of the stuff she's wearing in this movie, I'm like, what are you doing? And she so stands out from everybody else walking down the street. Like, I get everyone has their own style, but it is so, like, you got to make sure.
I feel like
everyone
how
knows
she
this is an 80s
dresses
movie.
very normal for today. Like people
Yeah.
dress like that all the time today.
Those
Yeah.
huge shoulder
Back then,
pad
no,
trench coats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you ever watch
She loves that
there's
stuff.
There's this NBA player named Kyle Kuzma. Google him and his outfits. You'll see.
I know who Kyle Kuzma is.
Yeah.
He's lucky you can afford those, anything he wears.
Right.
So at the end, she finally, the whole point of the story was that Jack was in Russia and that they were keeping him from coming back to America. Whatever other side was trying to stop him from coming back. But she finally figures out, she talks to the right people, gets him to connect, and he gets to come home. The end of the movie where she's at dinner.
Yeah.
And she's waiting for Jack. He doesn't show up. The other guy comes in. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Jack can't come." This and that.
Well, how
He's
about the
caught
guy
up.
that does show up? You're like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
And then when you see Jack, you're like, whoa, that's a step.
I was, yeah. Like I was like, wow, Jack, you don't look like a spy or anything. You look just like a regular old
Like, I
Jack.
understand you don't have to have
Regular commoner.
leading man show up at the end, but like, don't
Right.
show that guy and then show a gargoyle right afterward. And then I'm supposed to believe there's a love connection? No.
Was Batman standing on the shoulders?
Yeah, right.
I thought it probably would have been better if he showed up in like a 007 suit and
Yeah.
he said something like, "I just wanted to fit the part." You know what I mean? That would have been cute. But he just looked like a regular dude. Like, "Hey, I'm here to take you to dinner." And I was like, "Okay,
My members only jacket.
yeah,
Yes.
members only." Wow.
You know what?
We should bring that back.
But for somebody who was trapped in Russia, I felt like it made sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
we
I
should-
like It's
Yeah,
gotta
but
be
not trapped in Russia. Like just got off the plane from Russia. He was in London for how many days?
I know, but
Yeah.
what if he's the one who doesn't have the real nice payroll?
I mean, he's got a really nice apartment.
Yeah, he does have a nice apartment. I liked his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. That was one creepy part. The picture
Yeah,
on the door.
yeah.
I was like, that's creepy.
That is creepy.
That was real creepy. And what was it? James Belushi was wait, is that James Belushi? Yeah. The brother, right?
Yeah.
It's James Belushi.
Yeah.
He plays the person trying to get her.
But
I
one
didn't
of the
understand.
people-
I didn't understand where he came to the computer where she was, and then she's like, "Oh, let me just make a call," and then he just disappears. Like, if your reason was there to kill her, you didn't do anything. You just went there, and
Suspense.
yeah, I guess. What Kamara said, did they ever explain the picture? I think I might have missed that part. Well, remember the door was creepy. It was open, so they're
And then it
insinuating that he took the picture before she saw the door thing, and then it closed. So, but how did the picture get on the door?
No, he took
Was it already on the door?
She came in and closed the door. She
Right.
looked over at one point and the door was open, but it wasn't moving. And then she went to look at the picture of Sarah, the Sarah Sinai or whatever. And then here's the door closing, and that's when the picture's on the door. So he put it on, and then it closed as he was leaving.
Okay. All right, let's get some numbers on this movie. Phil, you're up. What are you giving Jumpin' Jack Flash?
I am giving Jumpin' Jack Flash 7. I guess no. The IMDb gives it a 5.9.
Phil's being very generous, is what he's saying. I'm being very generous over here.
So, I'm giving it a 7. It will be. It sort of holds up still today, and there are maybe a few good chuckles in it. But it's still kind of pretty enjoyable. Like we said, we know telecommunications were a little bit off for this movie at the time. There's definitely a lot of things everybody's stereo had cassette decks, record players on them when you seen them and stuff like that. The phone booth scene, you're seeing phone booths in the city. There's the World Trade Center is right in the opening shot. But story wise, it's not something you would watch for don't hold this for a cohesive this story is could be a true story.
Oh no.
Okay.
So,
All right.
but yeah, still 7. Still pretty enjoyable.
All right, 7. See
Almost 40
Bizzle.
years later.
I'm actually going to give it a little bit higher. I'm giving it a 7.5, so a little bit more generous. I enjoyed this. It was good laughs. Always been a huge fan of Whoopi Goldberg, the actress and the comedian. And like I said, it has a lot of nostalgia feels. When this came out, I was 7 years old. So I see a lot of stuff that reminds me of, even though I was in New York, we still had similar lives in the city of Detroit. So it's a lot of good nostalgia pieces in this film. The comedic points on this is very good as well. So that's why I won't give it a solid 7.5.
All right, green shirt guy.
Did you just skip me?
Yeah, it's
Go
your
last.
movie. You
It's
go
your
last.
movie.
You go last.
Oh, it's my movie. I go last.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
When I watch old 80s movies now, I try to stay in that genre, but I also think to myself, would this still be a movie this movie's rated R? Would this still be a rated R movie today?
No.
If you take out the cursing,
The cursing does it.
This is the cursing that
cursing
makes
is
it
all the
rated
F-words.
R.
If you take the F words
Yeah.
out, it's not.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's
not.
PG-13, all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cursing was some of the best parts.
The scene
Yeah.
where
I
she's
agree.
in the computer room at the consulate on the 3rd floor doing her thing and her dress gets caught in the shredder was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm going, you work at a bank. There's no way you don't know how to use a paper shredder. There's
Well,
no
it's for
chance
comedy.
you've never used a
Yeah.
paper, and you can hit off.
comedy, and now she's in a dangerous situation, so she's bumbling through it. You know,
It's fine. I'm just saying. I did enjoy the fact that the bad guy at the end had an Uzi, because I hadn't seen one of those in forever. That's fully the 80s movie thing, because Uzi was so
Every
action,
villain had an Uzi in
and
the
the guy
80s.
just spraying bullets.
But
all
he
over the
started
place.
spraying the Uzi toward one of his own people that was down there.
100%.
Just,
Hitting, and
you
not hitting
doing?
anything he's trying to hit.
That's what the 80s villains do. They didn't care.
Yeah.
So what was your number?
And then remember the scene where she's on the street and the three thugs, if you will, come up and are trying to proposition her.
Juana Man was one of those.
Did you hear some of the things they were saying? They're trying to get with it. I don't remember what the lead up to is. And she's like, I'm not gonna go with you. And she says, I got the that'll make your dick fall off. And the guy replies, my dick glows in the dark.
Yeah.
I was crying laughing. That made me laugh. So yeah, it was enjoyable. It's a decent 80s movie. I give it a 7.
7. I will also give it a 7. I thought it was enjoyable. Nice, nice little movie. It paced. I thought it was paced very well. You're always going from one thing to the next. So Penny Marshall knew, all right, I gotta get this pacing right. She did that. I love the little nostalgia moments just from watching the 80s. One of my big ones was when she walked into Jack's apartment and the video cassette holders for the VHS holders up there. I was like, oh my God, because that just brought back so many memories of being at my cousin's house and they had so many video things. I was like, oh man, that's dope. But I thought Whoopi was really good in this. Yeah, I'll give it a 7. Clifford!
Cliff, do you know if Jumpin' Jack Flash was the original song choice?
Oh yeah, it was the original song choice, and they got what's his name?
Mick Jagger?
No, wait, is it Mick Jagger or the other dude?
Well, Tina Turner does a version at the end, but
no, Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin does it.
Aretha Franklin, and Keith Richards produced it himself.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So many good.
I mean, talk about collaboration. I'm just so like when I found out that Keith Richards was like, "Oh, I want to produce," like when else am I gonna get to work with Aretha Franklin? Like I got chills. I just thought that was amazing, and I guess because I just love what this movie. Is it weird to say I love what this movie represents? Young Whoopi. The first. Our first director outing, the fact that it was like, oh, this wasn't even her film and this was like her shot and it was like, you got to make this work. And I don't know, outside of that, this movie genuinely made me laugh a lot. And I felt many of the things that Steve said he felt. There was, and even what Sam said, there's just certain moments in the movie that just take you back to that time, right? So I'm also going with a solid 7.5.
Woo!
Okay, equal divided by 5. It's a 7.2. That's decent. That's very decent. Yeah, so nice job.
We boosted the IMDb rating up a little bit on that one.
Yeah, we pushed that up there a little bit. All right, next movie up on the roster.
Side note, young Whoopi was still good looking. I don't care what nobody said.
Yeah, she looked good. She was in that dress. I was like, go ahead, Whoopi. Like, go ahead. Next up is Big. We're doing Big. That's
Cliff,
a
you're gonna hit me
classic
right in the feels
there.
with this one.
That's a classic right there. Next Sunday, Film Box Office News episode 31, 5 p.m., 2 p.m. Pacific. Tom Hanks Big.
I really had a hard time choosing film number 2 because I knew where I wanted to be at film number 3. And like film number 2, I wanted something that like really represented her peak. And I felt like this was the one.
It's a great movie. I can't wait to watch it again.
It's on Hulu and Disney Plus. So.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, so make sure you tune in next Sunday, 5 p.m., 2 p.m. Pacific for that. Tomorrow is New Keys and Hot Comics, episode 133. Oh wait, I didn't put the other one. Oh no. All right, yeah. So episode 133. Make sure you tune in for that. 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific. We will be giving out ducks and so forth. Go over all the new keys, all the new books, and just give you chances to win our monthly giveaway. We got Absolute Flash coming out.
Yes.
G.I. Joe. We got some Rivals covers coming out. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night for episode 133. Then on Wednesday, it's New Comic Book Day live. Episode number 136. All right. We'll also give the ducks away on that. We'll talk about all the new books that we picked up. There'll be skits in there, convos, B-roll. So make sure you tune in for that as well. And I also have, hold on.
I'm holding.
Hold on.
Still holding.
I got it here somewhere. It's somewhere. I had it up there before, but it wasn't there. I must have hit X by accident. But on Thursday, Fill in the Blanks, episode number 4 with Green Shirt Guy and Steve Bizzle. Phil will be hosting. They're doing Ultimate Wolverine. So make sure you tune in Thursday, 7 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific. And they'll be doing some drawing. Woo! All right. So that'll be fun. All right, let's get into the comment section, then we'll spin for that last duck of the night. Get y'all out of here. Let's see. All right. Oh wow, so many of you commented today. I don't know which channel you did it for, but Spidey's powdered tumblers, you became one. So I don't know which one is it, Cliff. Is it the thanks? I don't know. We'll do this one. There you go, Spidey Sound. All right, boom. Joseph Michaels, the Adventurous Joe, thank you for being here tonight. Needy Gurk. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Nerdy Geek is in the house tonight. Thank you very much. Bedazzle is in the house. Thank you for being here tonight. Kamaria is in the house. Thank you for being here tonight. Dan's Hobby Corner is in the house. Thank you for being here. The Collector P, thank you for being here. Space Case Collectibles got himself a duck today. Thank you for being here. Alexis Carrington. Shout out to Mama Carrington right there. Whoopee when she was funny. Definitely. JSS Brooklyn's in the house. Thank you for being here tonight. John's Comics with Kids. Thank you for being here tonight. Rad Art and Comics. Thank you for being here tonight. Heroes for Hire Comic Club, which got his show going on right now. You guys can head over there after this. Thank you for being here tonight. Matt Likes Comics. Thank you for being here tonight. Old Wolf 65. Thank you for being here tonight. Wayne Deacon got a duck tonight. Thank you for being here. See what happens when you show up. Well, Boar's in the house. Thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you.
Did we get
Did I get Kenneth Bird? I'm sure I'll pass him in a second. And there's a new name, King Sport Cal. Thank you for being here tonight. Make sure you are subscribed, King Sport. Thank you for being here tonight. King Sport was burning up White Tiger's outfit in the comments. Grumpy G, thank you for being here tonight. Hope you're not so grumpy today, or I hope you're extra grumpy. L. Ron Hubbard, as always, thank you for being here tonight. Kenneth Bird, thank you for being here tonight. Triple G Comics, thank you for being here tonight. Guys, make sure you put hashtag chocolate Whizway in the banner in the comments so you can be a part of this giveaway spin. One collection down. Thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Black Spiders, thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Kingdom of Nerds, thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Christina Payne, thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Bobby De La Ghetto, thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you. And that is it. All right, let's spin for this last duck of the night. Hashtag chocolate Whizway. That's very, very funny. You got 15 seconds. Put it in the comment section. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go! Who's going to win the last duck of the night, ladies and gentlemen? Round and round it goes. Who will it be? Grumpy G!
Grumpy.
See?
They can't be as grumpy.
Can't be so grumpy now. You're in the monthly giveaway, Grumpy G. All right, excellent. So that's our show. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night, Monday night, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific, for New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week, episode number 130. Love you guys. For myself, for Phil, for C Bizzle, for Green Shirt Guy, for Cliff, and the rest of the Council of Comics. We love you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
The brightest day. Where are the heroes?